Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, Ricky, and good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Here's a quick look at your front page news. Last night was the second night of the Democratic National Convention, and Joe Biden formally became the nominee for president. His wife, Jill Biden, was the main speaker. Other speakers included former President Bill Clinton, Republican former Secretary of State Colin Powell, and former Senator John Kerry. Stacey Abrams, along with 17 other younger Democrats, delivered the keynote address.
Our choice is clear. A steady, experienced public servant who can lead us out of this crisis just like he's done before. Or a man who only knows how to deny and distract. A leader who cares about our families, or a president who only cares about himself. We know Joe Biden. America, we need Joe Biden.
Tonight's speakers will be Hillary Clinton, Elizabeth Warren, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris. Now, in other news, after backlash over mail delays in 20 states threatening to sue, Postmaster General Louis DeJoy, who is a major Trump supporter, is now backpedaling. He's now saying that he won't make any more operational changes to the Postal Service until after the November elections. And another college is stopping in-person classes. That's right, the University of Notre Dame announced that it was suspending in-person classes for 2 weeks because of an outbreak of 147 coronavirus cases. Don't forget to mask up and wash your hands out there. All right, that was a quick look at your headline news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, let's take a look at sports.
NBA playoffs, round one action continued yesterday. And, of course, why they call me the sports genius? I told y'all the other day to pay attention to the Lakers versus Portland series. The Lakers may struggle with Dame Lillard and the Trailblazers, who barely snuck into the playoffs. They win game one. Everyone's putting the Lakers in the finals to rep the West. Also, don't sleep on the Dallas Mavericks. Just remember I told you that, all right? The convicted the murderer of Michael Jordan's dad back in 1993, Larry Demery, was granted parole and will be released from prison in 2023. Man, you know Mike got to be bothered about that right there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And last but not least, man, Tiger Woods' 11-year-old son, Charlie, dominated the competition and won a junior golf tournament. Tiger was proud daddy, watching every moment of it, man. So looks like he's following in daddy's footsteps right there. It is what it is. Gary with the T, what you got there, pimpin'?
All right, y'all. According to Harper's Bazaar, y'all, in an Instagram video, Megan Thee Stallion, y'all, unboxed a beautiful Hermes Birkin bag, y'all, that was gifted to her by Cardi B. Now, they're saying, y'all, the gift commemorated the duo's partnership on WAP, and it features a painting of Megan alongside a white tiger on one side with a scripted thank you note, y'all, from Cardi B on the bottom, y'all. Now, they're saying it's great to be passed with Cardi B, y'all, just in case, honey. They're saying the songstress recently gifted Megan with this beautiful purse, y'all. And people saying, y'all, that the duo collaborated on that recent hit single WAP, under releasing the song and accompanying the music video earlier this month to great fanfare. So people are raving about this. But, I mean, a Hermes Birkin bag is really good. Now, Rick, I don't know if you know about those girls, honey. They go up to like over $100,000. It's a purse.
Start at 30.
For a pocketbook.
Yep, but this is what really bothers me. It bothers me, though, y'all. She gave Megan Thee Stallion a Hermes Birkin bag. That's kind of cheap. She gave her daughter one here just for her birthday. She ain't up but 3 years old the other day.
Ain't nothing cheap about a Birkin bag.
Well, there's nothing cheap about it.
Well, what did the bag do? Do the bag got wheels on it? Do the bag take you to work? Do the bag got an umbrella? What do it do?
But it makes you look grand.
Make love to the bag.
When you walk down the mall,
it
makes you look grand to who? It makes you look grand to the girls that don't have one. How about that?
Oh, but to somebody else who can't afford one.
Yeah, well,
it's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, but honey, it's a Birkin bag. Even y'all, honey, talk about a Birkin bag. Let them know, honey, what a Birkin bag do.
It's a beautiful bag. It's a symbol of prestige. So it's one of those things you don't see in a lot of places. But, I mean, think about it. I believe the song went platinum. So
I bought a Birkin used car.
Okay.
Child, well, this girl got all kind of cars. But anyway, congratulations, honey. And you know, men are starting to carry Birkin bags now. I think they say Drake got a couple of them. So, honey, I would like to have me one too. So, hey, it is what it is. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is plummy capote. On the high end, you say plummy capote. And on the low end, you say beautiful grape. That's purple. That's your color for today. Brad, what's coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, somebody charged with alleged murder for hire. Oh, Lord. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour, time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Lord have mercy. The owner of Sweetie Pies and former star of the OWN reality show, Welcome to Sweetie Pies, James Tim Norman. I believe that's Sweetie Pie's son, the sweet older lady that reminds me so much of my grandmother, has been arrested and charged with conspiracy to use a cell phone to commission a murder for hire, which resulted in the death of his nephew. Norman is currently being held in the Madison County Detention Center, and according to the complaint, Tim Norman, Terica Ellis, and others conspired to commit a murder for hire in exchange for money. Oh, Lord. Federal authorities have alleged that back in 2014, Norman obtained a $450,000 life insurance policy on his 18-year-old nephew, Andre Montgomery, and Norman was the sole beneficiary. They communicated using temporary cell phones activated that day, and around 8 p.m. that same day, the 18-year-old nephew was shot and killed. Ellis's phone location, it places her in the area of the murder at the time of the shooting. Oh, my goodness. So I guess she was there when somebody else shot him, y'all, allegedly. Immediately following Montgomery's murder, Terica Ellis placed the call to Tim Norman, and then she traveled to Memphis, Tennessee, and days after the murder, she deposited over $9,000 in cash into various bank accounts. Oh, Lord. So then Tim Norman contacted the life insurance policy in an attempt to collect on the life insurance policy that he obtained for his nephew. Terica was also charged by complaint with conspiracy to use interstate commerce facilities in the commission of murder for hire resulting in death. This is currently being investigated, oh my goodness, by the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department Homicide Section and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Lord have mercy. This just don't seem real. That show, they seem like they was church-going people. Yeah. They seem so humble and nice. Like Sweetie Pie.
You got restaurants.
Yeah.
You got restaurants. You got a TV show on OWN. You know what I'm saying? You open up some restaurants in Houston and everything. I guess. I don't know. And they do that to your nephew. I'm just saying, if it's true, and then he's smiling on your mug shot, man, that stuff is
he
crazy.
Smiling on the mug shot?
On the mug shot.
Oh,
big
Lord.
Cheesing.
Oh,
I mean, I just don't understand. I feel so bad, man, because Miss Sweetie Pie is so nice and
so
kind.
sweet.
Feeds you personally, come to the table and greet you, and all of the workers there at the restaurant, everybody, they just make you feel so at home when you go to St. Louis, you know?
Yes, and all the work this woman has put in to carry on a legacy for her family. She started this business.
She sure did.
Oh, my goodness. This is horrible, y'all. We're going to keep all of them lifted in prayer, especially Miss Sweetie Pie. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. Coming up next, we got Rock T's HBCU, and in the meantime, in between time, why don't y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls? It's 1-866-9-RICKY. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
HBCU.
Chickity check. Oh, yeah, baby. Rock Teasy for Sheezy up in the building. It's about that time. HBCU. We're going to highlight, we're going to showcase, we're going to put a spotlight on all of our heroes and sheroes that attended or currently attend our historically black colleges and universities. This one right here is extra special because this person had a huge positive impact in all of our lives growing up. Oh, yes. She's a graduate from Howard University, magna cum laude with a degree in fine arts, award-winning actress, singer, starred in several movies and Broadway plays, will be here till midnight if I listed every last one of them. She's the first African-American actress to win a Tony Award for her role in the play Raisin in the Sun. She won an NAACP award, several Primetime Emmy Awards, honored as Woman of the Year. 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 honorary doctorate degrees. You want me to stop? Nope. She was a cast member in the soap opera One Life to Live. Y'all remember that? She's a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. We all know her as one of our favorite TV mamas, the one and only Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Felicia Rashad. If you didn't know, now you know. If you want me to highlight your favorite HBCU, hit me up on my social media platforms at Rock T Holla. Let's get it.
HBCU, no! One of them doggone Republicans was rocking that Kanye West now, boy. Man, I'm not telling no story. Hey, Dr. Carly. Dr. MJ Carly. We got the one and only Dr. MJ Carly, HBCU, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated with our COVID-19 update. What up?
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, and good morning to all of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show listeners. It's Wednesday, August 19th, and it's time for your coronavirus update. We now have come to 5.3 million cases in the United States after adding another 60,000 today. And we were just talking about the milestone of 170,000. Now we're already at 172,000 after adding 12,000 deaths yesterday. So again, the disease progresses. We still have no viable treatments. The only thing you can do is protect yourself by boosting your immune system. But now schools are open and the problem persists. Virtually every school that has opened has been challenged with not only students testing positive, but staff members, teachers, janitors, people in the cafeteria testing positive as well. And when that happens, they have to put those individuals in quarantine and those people that they have been in contact with for quarantine for 2 weeks. So the schools are opening and closing. They're going from in-person classroom back to online teaching. So this has been a problem. So this has created a situation, Ricky, where people are thinking outside of the box. Now, we spoke yesterday about the new saliva testing. That's one, very, very inexpensive and gets you very rapid results. So people thinking outside of the box are saying, okay, what is the problem? We can't test everybody. The ideal solution would be to test every student and every staff member every day. It's just been a logistical nightmare to do that. You just have not been able to do it up to this point. The test is too expensive. It's not enough tests to test everybody every day. The logistics of just testing, the things that I call bagging and tagging. Last night I was in my office at like 9 o'clock just putting specimens together to go to the lab. It was, after I finished seeing patients earlier that day. So it is really a problem. So now, guess what, Ricky? We take this new saliva test and we pool the testing. They call it front-end pooling. So imagine you have a classroom as the students come in. It could be elementary school. It could be colleges. Everybody spits into a bag, and you take that bag and you send it to the lab, and the next day you get the results of that lab. Now, the benefit of the pooling of the testing is if you do 10 students, if you do 100 students, if you do 300 students, a typical college classroom, then you send those specimens in, you still only use the reagents to do one test versus 300 tests, one bag and tag versus 300 bags and tags, and you get those results the next day. If anybody in that pool tests positive, you quarantine the entire class, and you don't know who the person was, so there's no social stigma to being the person that brought corona to the school, but you just know that there's a positive in that class, and you can stop that. So this is what the out-of-the-box is thinking about and where we're going to go with that.
All right, we got a few calls. You on with Dr. MJ Collier. Good morning.
Let me ask you this. You person, who got the money to pay for a swab test? We already dying hard now, trying to struggle to get these kids back to school and buying all these groceries and toilet paper. Now you talking about you want us to spend $100 to pay for a test? I mean, really?
Well, actually, the cost of the swab test is usually higher than that in most places. There are a lot of free testing sites. You can just go on the internet and ask for coronavirus free in my neighborhood or in your area, because there are a lot of people that are providing it for free. But this saliva test, again, cost expected to be probably less than $20 total. The test costs $10, so I would expect them to probably at least double the cost. So that'll make it reasonable to do it. Most people could come up with that. And insurances are covering it. If you are covered by health insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, or private insurance, they are covering coronavirus testing. So that's not a problem.
All right, Dr. Carly, we're going to take some calls on the other side. If you got a question, you can call 8669-RICKY. We got Dr. MJ Collier giving us our coronavirus updates. We'll take your phone calls, some more phone calls up next. Rick Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rick Smiley Morning Show, top of the hour, y'all. We got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier with our coronavirus updates. We got some phone calls. You on with Dr. Collier? Good morning.
Okay, my question to Dr. Collier is, how long does it take for the coronavirus to actually leave the body if you're overweight? Because some people test positive for the virus, and once it's over, they're negative. And so why do others stay positive even though they're out of their 14-day quarantine or 10-day quarantine?
Okay, it's thought that the virus is no longer viable after 10 days. That's why the CDC changed the criteria from 14 days to 10 days. A person can still test positive with a PCR test because it's very sensitive, and it will give you a result from basically dead viral particles. But active virus that allows you to transmit it is thought to be gone after 10 days.
All right. Okay, you on with Dr. MJ Collier. Good morning.
I wanted to know if he would explain again how you're supposed to wear those masks and what's the difference between wearing the white side out and the blue side out.
Okay, good question. The idea now is to show your colors, so that protects you and those individuals around you. So whatever color the mask is, yellow, blue on the outside, you can do that. And those are usually the clinical type of masks that are disposable. But with the cloth mask that the majority of people are wearing, that really doesn't matter. But I remember you can still put a filter inside of it, and the filters are available online or on the internet. But you can also just use a coffee filter, which will give you ultimate protection.
Or a maxi thin. They got the little sticky thing on there with the wings.
No, Rickey Smiley.
You can't use those?
No, you can't use those. Don't recommend it. But I do use them for wound dressing.
Rely. Sir, why are you buying this? For my mask.
For my coronavirus mask. It's a bit too thick to breathe through as well, but I do use them as wound dressings because they're very good at, absorbing, blood and stuff from an open wound or a surgical position. So they're good for that. So remember your 3 C's: closed spaces, close contact, and avoid crowded places when you're talking about coronavirus. Wash your hands, wear your mask, and watch your distance. Of course, this is the opinion of Rickey Smiley and not Dr. MJ Collier in reference to mask wearing. But for all those medical opinions, those are opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show or its radio affiliates. Remember to take your vitamin D 5,000 international units per day and zinc up to 30 milligrams per day to boost your immune system against bacteria, viruses, and fungal infections. Rickey Smiley, it's Wednesday.
Hey, man, hey, Dr. Carr, just hang up the phone, man. Go on, man.
The wounds up. The
I can't talk to you, man. Just hang up the phone. He funny and don't even know it, man. That's a crazy one. 2 minutes. Thank you, Dr. MJ Collier. All right, y'all. Gary, what you got coming up next?
Coming up next, y'all, actor Cuba Gooding Jr. He's in the news again. I'm going to tell you what's happening with him next week. Friday morning show.
Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T.
It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rick Smiley Morning Show. It is 6 minutes after the hour, y'all. Listen, the segment is brought to you by Walgreens. Walgreens make it easy for you to finish your back-to-school shopping list with deals on everything from snacks to school supplies. Stop by your local Walgreens today. Gary, what up?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. 2013, y'all, a woman has filed a lawsuit claiming, y'all, that actor Cuba Gooding Jr. raped her in a hotel room. Now, his accused is identified in the lawsuit only as Miss Jane Doe. And she said, y'all, that she met him in a Manhattan bar in August of 2013. He then invited her to drink with him at a nearby hotel. She said then he asked her to come up to his hotel room where he said he needed to change his clothes. Now, he said it was then, y'all, that she claimed that he raped her. Now, Jane Doe is requesting a jury trial as well as compensatory and punitive damages, y'all. Now, this has been a long time ago now. They're saying that Gooding is denying the allegations. They say his attorney, Mark J. Heller, said, honey, that the allegations are false. It's an event that took place 7 years ago. No complaint was even lodged. He said, we believe the allegations and the complaint will be dismissed.
Oh, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, since 29. But what's going on with Cuba Gooding? He hadn't done anything. He haven't won nothing or been anything. He looked like since he won that Oscar. The Oscar looked like it was a curse to him because his little career just kind of went down a little bit.
See, that's why you got to get text messages going, leading to coming up to the hotel room and all that kind of stuff. You know, you just can't say, hey, come up to the hotel room. Then ladies don't go up to nobody's hotel room.
Yeah.
I don't understand, man. Man, stuff's so easy to get into, and then now you got to deal with all of this and possibly going to jail with all the,
It's something. I mean, Brandon, Eve, are y'all going up to hotel rooms? Is your favorite star invite you up? I mean, you just
Absolutely
for a drink?
not.
Just for a refreshing beverage?
Have y'all been? Do guys really be like come up to the room have you ever been approached like that? Like back when you was young out there? Are you serious?
I mean, I think it's all about how you present yourself and the positions you put yourself in. You know, the age-old saying, Ricky, your grandma used to say, bad company corrupts good character.
I would never think to ask somebody to come up to the hotel room unless that's what we got going and we didn't.
Oh, they will actually come up to the room and pull it out on you. Like,
are you serious?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But there's some young ladies that are like that, though. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to find your match.
So even they just get used to certain type of atmosphere and behavior, and now it becomes normal until you meet somebody that ain't with it, and then they, oh my God.
And then the person that's not with it seems like they're strange because all the rest of the women in the club and are letting them do that kind of stuff.
Well, I never did nothing like that in my life. Never would even think. I try to be so respectful. I just slept in the bed with folks and never even thought to touch them. Just, hey, it's only one bed if you want to sleep right here. You too drunk and drive home. Just go over there. And remember the girl peed on my couch, Gary?
Yeah.
Evil, listen to this.
We just came back from a restaurant.
We went to Houston on Peachy. Gary like, girl, drink. What's your order? The margarita.
Yes, baby.
All the margarita. Back to back. So Gary with Tina got the girl drunk. We at Houston's right there on Peachtree. So we go back to the spot. Gary gone home by this business. And we sit on the couch watching TV. She started undressing. And I'm like, yeah, it's about to go down. And she sat on the edge of the couch and peed on my couch, thinking that she was, I guess she thought she was on the toilet. I'm thinking I'm finna smack her. She is so fine. Hey, Kay, she fine. You see the before she fine. But hey, and then I'm just showing how respectful I am. So I got her up and I got her undressed. I was like, oh Lord, she done peed on my couch. I had just got the little couch from rooms to go, and went on down there. But I did get the stain resistant stuff sprayed on the couch. So I took the girl in there and I soaked up a rag with some of that olive olay in the yellow olive olay stuff.
That bath soap.
The bath soap. And let the girl wash it, and then I just washed the rest of her up, and I put on a t-shirt, gave her some jockey box brief, and put her in the bed and put her to sleep, and went to sleep in the guest room and whatever, and left my phone on video record all night. My batteries that charged.
Yeah, you better.
I went IG live. You ain't gonna say I raped you. I did nothing.
Baby, she was having some cute, refreshing beverages. I'm like, girl, have a cocktail.
I gave her that rag. I said, here. I said, wash your private. Like I bathed my little daughters when they were. I said, wash your private. There you go, big girl. All right, come on, let's walk on out. She said, I love you. You're so respectful. I love you, Ricky. Ooh.
That was cute, baby, but he put that girl out, honey. Kalula today, guys. Look at my favorite Kalula today, guys. It's Plummy Capote. On the high end, you say Plummy Capote. On the low end, you say beautiful grape. That's your Kalula for today. What?
Why you get her drunk, though, Gary?
I mean, we were just having good conversation, baby. And this girl was picking them up, baby. I'm like, all right, baby, have another one, girl.
Gary, like, girl, drink, girl. Rickey Smiley's paying for it, honey. We just got paid at the radio station. Drink, bitch.
And
drink.
she was drinking, baby.
Church in 60 seconds with Pastor Fred. Coming up, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Y'all give it up for Pastor Fred.
Pastor Fred. Good morning, Brother Ricky. Always an extupulous time, so good to hear your voices this morning. You know, it's always good to hear the voice of the saints.
Amen.
I was talking to my daughter, and I want to make sure that all the believers, the deceivers, and the potential stimulus check receivers are listening. Yes.
Come on now.
But I was talking.
Take your time.
And my daughter, yes, brought it to my attention that Brother Joel Osteen says a joke every time he gets ready to bring the word, and I couldn't find the validity in that. I just could not find a reason to do that. But you know, you have to move with the times. These are different days. Different times people need to be encouraged, and nothing is more encouraging like a good joke.
Come on.
People need to laugh today, and but you know, I just stepped out there and I found a few that I thought maybe the people would love to hear. Brother Ricky, what did Tennessee? The same thing Arkansas. What do you call someone with nobody and no nose? Nobody knows.
Okay.
And what do you call an elephant that does not matter?
What do you call it?
An irrelevant. and Harry Houdini was allergic to the metal they used in handcuffs. Every time.
Every time.
They put a pair on him, he'd break out. And as I get ready to close here, what concert costs 45 cents?
What concert?
50 Cent featuring Nickelback. Pastor Fred, I'll be over in the corner. I'm here all night.
All right.
I love this. Brad, don't you love this church?
I love it.
Yes, sir. Church in 60 seconds with Pastor Fred.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all, chicken and waffle mix. John Lyon on the 1 and 2 is coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Yes, sir. Hey, man, don't bring the show down today, Black Tony. What's up? Good morning.
I'm not gonna bring the show down today, Shaq. I promise you, for real though, cuz serious, straight up.
Bro, why you just come to work like everybody? You call in.
I had planned it on it, but I went on a date last night, Shaq, and you miss everything though, Shaq. Buddy, hood rat, always missing everything.
But we came to work.
Yo, I'm saying, Shaq, you know what I'm saying? Cause these hood rats be messing everything up. I took a little ghetto ass girl out, trying to take her somewhere now, you know what I'm saying? Cause Shaq, I be listening to you and you be telling me take girl to night place and all that, you know what I'm saying? Just got my truck back out the shop, you know, I got my 02 Escalade back, you know. Got the T-tops in it, got the 5-speed, Shaq, they kill it, boy. They the only one in Atlanta like that. But look, Shaq. I done put this girl out, Shawty, trying to treat her to something nice, you know what I'm saying? Because she a hood rat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done took her to get some crab legs, Shawty, you know what I'm saying? This girl eat Choco and Taco Bell and Sunday every day, Shawty. I done took her to get some crab legs, Shawty.
Anything else? You doing this?
I took her to get some crab legs, yeah. I took her to get some crab legs.
Yeah.
But her stomach wasn't built for it, you know what I'm saying? Her stomach used to all that chuckle and all that stuff, but I took her to get some crab legs, boy. Shout ain't no crab legs in her stomach, boy. Man, shout it poodled in my car, shout it real bad. I'm talking about what poodled in my car. And you know the window don't go down on my truck, you know what I'm saying? The window don't go down, and then, man, shout it just, man, shout it slick. And then she gonna try to slick do it, you know what I'm saying? Gonna try to slick poop getting out the car. You know what I'm saying? And I thought I heard something, then she gonna turn the radio up real loud real quick. Yeah. I thought I heard something. Then I know, Shawty, my whole car smell like crab meat and struggle, Shawty. My whole car.
Crab meat and struggle? Yeah. Man, get on that thought. Man, have a nice day, man.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T.
It's Gary, baby.
All right, Smiley Morning Show, 4 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Everybody's talking about it. Lisa Ray McCoy, y'all. She recently sat down with Garcelle Bavell on going to bed, and when she was asked, y'all, if she'd like to have a romantic partner, McCoy said that she finds Will Smith very attractive. Now, they're saying, y'all, when Garcelle reminded Lisa Ray that Smith is very much married, Lisa said, honey, we could have an entanglement. And then she also wanted to say, y'all, honey, I'm saying a Will Smith type, y'all, a Will Smith type. She said he's so charming, he's rich, he's a poetic, honey, he's all that a woman needs. He's a philanthropist, y'all. He's a humanitarian. He's a great dad, unquote. Isn't that nice?
I agree.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That is
He's
so
all those things.
Yeah, and that type of man she would like to have, though. So, you know, she said he's very charming. That could be Ricky. He's rich also. He is a poetic, and he's a philanthropist, and he's a humanitarian.
Hold up.
I would definitely
Ricky
talk
and
to
Will.
Lisa.
Ricky don't do entanglements, though.
Talking about, like let her, like, cheat.
Well,
But that's not
so much cheating. Yeah, it's just
Let her be
Let her
free,
be with
Ricky.
somebody else.
Yeah.
She can get with a stud, but she can't be with no dude.
Ricky, I don't think you got the same kind of rich as Will Smith, though, do you?
Yeah.
No, man. I done spent all
Ricky
that little
shows
comic,
it as well as
all
Will
that little
Smith.
comic view money gone.
As well as the Ricky Smiley show.
Yeah, I think that's a different level.
What'd you say, Gary?
All of it went all of the shows. Child Ray J still had his change. But anyway,
Brett, why you doing this?
Gary, you still get residuals.
See, you messy. See, you little low key.
baby, them residuals
over there, sitting over there being a sniper this morning. You heard what he said.
But anyway, congratulations to Lisa Ray, honey, and, you know, on Will Smith type, y'all. So we're going to keep her lifted, honey. All right, moving on. Keeping it lifted in prayer, y'all. Let's continue to pray, y'all, for the Norman family. Y'all, I don't know if y'all heard the shocking news, but Tim Norman, y'all, from Welcome to Sweetie Pies, he's accused, y'all, of his nephew's murder by insurance money. Now, James Timothy Norman, y'all, he's the owner of Sweetie Pies restaurant in, in St. Louis, has been arrested on federal charges and is currently being held, y'all, in Madison County Detention Center. Now, they're saying that Tim was charged with conspiracy to use interstate commerce facilities, y'all, a cell phone, in the commission of a murder for hire resulting in death. Now, they're saying, according to the complaints, Tim, y'all, and Terica Ellis, y'all, and others conspired to commit a murder for hire in exchange for money. Now, federal authorities alleged, y'all, that in 2014, Norman obtained a $450,000 life insurance policy on his wonderful 18-year-old nephew, Andre Montgomery. Now, they're saying Norman was the sole beneficiary. Now, in days leading up to the murder, y'all, they're saying, y'all, that Ellis told Montgomery, y'all, that she was coming to St. Louis on March the 13th, 2016, the day before Montgomery's murder. Norman flew to St. Louis, honey, from his beautiful Los Angeles mansion. Now, they said on March the 14th, Ellis and Norman communicated using temporary phones activated that day. Now, Ellis also used the temporary phone to communicate with Montgomery and learn his location, which they found out that poor boy's nephew location, y'all. And then they say Montgomery, then she placed the call to Tim. Now, they said at 8 o'clock, honey, the same day, Montgomery was shot and killed. Ellis's phone location information placed her in the area of the murder at the time of the shooting. So, it's a very sad thing now, but I would like to talk to Jennifer Williams. You remember, y'all, Jennifer Williams dated him, and when she was out here allegedly, when she had a truck stolen from her boyfriend that she allegedly gave it to.
Did.
I would like to hear from Miss Williams.
So he already had a criminal history. What was he in prison for?
God knows what they hadn't said, but I know it was something. I'm not want to say something and then say the wrong thing, but he was in the pen though, and
that is just absolutely terrible. I'm just saying allegedly, because he hadn't been convicted. First of all, we're going to pray for Sweetie Pie because she lost her grandson.
Yeah, Miss Riley.
And then she lost her son. Her son that was murdered. And then she raised her grandson, and now he dead. Yeah. I just cannot imagine just the pain that she had to go through. You talking about one of the nicest people I ever met. I love and support Miss Sweetie Pie. And I've been eating at that restaurant when it was the old one, the way before TV, when it was across the street from the hospital.
Yeah, you remember that was the first one we went to.
The one with the piano, and I would eat my food and always go over there and play the piano for the ladies that work in the kitchen. And man, I swear, I just really hate this. It's so tragic and terrible and evil. If he did this right here, to have your nephew killed, who your brother's son murdered, That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Something got to be wrong with you. I could never imagine. That's like killing with your nephew is like your son. If your nephew, like I got my nephew, he's with me. He with me now. My nephew dad died of cancer. That's like me doing something to Jock. My nephew is like my son. Him and Trey, I would do anything. I got 2 nephews here with me. You know, Jock and Trey, and me having them killed for $400,000. No amount of money. It ain't enough money in this world can make me do something to one of my nephews. That's terrible.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep all parties.
If your nephew in his 50s and he been robbing old people in the family and in and out of jail and getting everybody's house title taken and doing all kind of scandalous stuff, that's different. You know, you got that one nephew that still live with Big Mama. He worrying about
always
the
one.
He done stole all her pills. Big Mama ain't got no. Big Mama got the pot. Got to hide all her blood pressure pills, all of her Percocet, everything. And then he done messed up 2 of Big Mama cars. She getting him all his Social Security check. He be having different little chicks over there with no teeth spending the night or whatever. Now that's different. But a nephew that because everybody got one of them in their family. But that nephew, an 18-year-old nephew, you do that to him, his life just started. And then you see the damn video with Sweetie Pie going to the cemetery on the episode of Sweetie Pie's. She taking her grandson to the cemetery to visit, to clean off the dad's grave, and then you go get him killed for $400,000 funky dollars.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
A listener just sent me a text saying that he served 10 years in prison for armed robbery. So that's why I tell him.
What?
Yeah. So,
and you get another chance?
Another chance.
You get a whole nother chance at life after serving 10 years, and you go out and kill your nephew.
All right, so the producer in my ear. The color today, y'all, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Plummy Capote. On the high end, you say Plummy Capote, and on the low end, just say Beautiful Grape. That's your color for today.
On the high end, say what?
Plummy Capote. That's the beautiful purple on the high end. On the low.
What is that?
Ricky, you see the purple plum?
Oh, okay, I got you.
And what is it, Brad? I mean, Eva, compote?
Compote. It's like
fertilizer. Oh, okay.
That's compost. That's compost. It's with an S.
Oh my God. Bye.
All right, y'all give it up again with the team. All right, y'all. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Joe Biden is the Democratic nominee. Last night, the first ever nationwide roll call at the Democratic National Convention. Now the party made the former vice president its candidate. Coming up in West Trending, we'll recap night 2 of the convention, and Birmingham Mayor Randall Woodman is going to be joining us. Randall Woodman up next. Alpha Phi Alpha Morehouse.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all, the segment's being brought by Walgreens. Now, Walgreens make it easy to finish your back-to-school shopping list with deals and everything from snacks to school supplies. Make sure you stop by your local Walgreens today, will you? All right, y'all, the Democratic National Convention continues tonight with super lineup speeches, including Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Hillary Clinton is going to be speaking tonight, and Kamala Harris. And former President Barack Obama is going to also be speaking tonight. I'm so excited. Cannot wait to watch this. Now, last night we had actress Tracy Ellis Ross. She moderated, and John Legend performed. Among those who spoke at the convention were former presidents Jimmy Carter and Bill Clinton, plus Republican former Secretary of State General Colin Powell. Dr. Jill Biden closed out the night with speaking from a high school where she once taught. Now, when Stacey Abrams spoke, she explained that Joe Biden is the clear choice America needs to make.
Our choice is clear. A steady, experienced public servant who can lead us out of this crisis just like he's done before. Or a man who only knows how to deny and distract. A leader who cares about our families, or a president who only cares about himself. We know Joe Biden. America, we need Joe Biden.
And Jill Biden spoke about her husband's qualities as a leader who can get us past the pandemic, anything else that comes at this country.
Joe's purpose has always driven him forward. His strength of will is unstoppable. We just need leadership worthy of our nation, worthy of you, honest leadership to bring us back together, to recover from this pandemic and prepare for whatever else is next. Leadership to reimagine what our nation will be. That's Joe.
And Birmingham Mayor Randall Wolfen was among the group of up-and-coming Democratic leaders to speak at the convention last night. And we're going to be talking to him coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Birmingham hadn't had a mayor this young in 120 years.
We ran for office because we know the struggles American families are facing.
We have lived the grief of losing loved ones to gun violence and the criminal justice system that unfairly targets our communities.
And that was from last night, two of the virtual Democratic National Convention last night. Please welcome Birmingham Mayor Randall Wolfen, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Mayor Wolfen, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ricky. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good. Listen, man, congratulations, man. I'm sitting here, I'm watching. I was so proud last night to see somebody, from our community. How did it feel to be included as one of the rising stars at the DNC last night?
Oh man, full humble pie, man. I tell you that I'm just a young man, young boy, growing up in Birmingham, and happy to represent the city, happy to represent our community, man.
Yeah, man. I had posted it on Facebook last night, and a lot of women came on there like, we didn't know that Tank was the mayor of Birmingham.
Tank.
Hey, Rounder, did you read those posts last night? Did you read those posts? The women thank you, Tank. I deserve. What did it say, Brad? Hey, Mayor Wolfen, if I find out you're doing speeches with your shirt off, man, I swear we're gonna have to vote for somebody else, man. Don't fall into that trap.
You stupid.
But I know you read some of those comments, man. I was crying on Facebook last night.
When we.
I know he saw it because he be screenshot stuff, texting my. So, all right, man, I can't even do it because I can't be around.
Voting,
I can't be around him, Eve. I'm sorry. Y'all have to separate me.
It's okay because this is the
Wolfen.
perfect topic. Speaking of voting, there's a lot of concern about election tampering this November. And so people have asked, is it better to vote by mail or in person this year?
Well, first off, connected to the opportunity I had to speak last night, I was in a black-owned, black family restaurant called Yo Mama. So if you're ever in Birmingham, check that out. But if you notice in the background, there was a mailbox placed right there. And what I will tell people is this. I encourage you to vote in person. But I also will say that if you have a problem and you need to vote by mail, vote by mail. Here's the beauty of that, though. You can have it both ways. You can request your mail by ballot, but you don't have to turn it back into the mail. If you are worried about making sure your vote is counted, you can have it dropped off, or you can have someone pick it up and drop it off to you at the Board of Registrar's office anywhere in America where you vote. So the beauty is, I think voting by mail is still safe. Just split it. Request it, vote by mail, but turn it in physically.
So what kind of energy?
Turn it in physically for you.
So what kind of energy you feeling from the Democratic National Convention with all of the speeches with Michelle Obama and then, Bill Clinton last night, all of the stars coming out or whatever. And I know you've been following, you in politics. And are you pretty good at predicting elections? And do you think that Joe Biden will beat Donald Trump in this year's election?
I think without a doubt, Joe Biden is in an amazing position to win, and he can win. But I don't think it's fair to put everything on the campaign. At a certain point, we got to put it on ourselves as voters and residents and of Americans. What do we want? And I think if we turn out like we're supposed to in Michigan, in Iowa, and Pennsylvania, we turn out like we're supposed to,
right?
In Florida, in Georgia, North Carolina, then it's going to be icing on the cake. It's going to be extra votes well beyond the 270 that's needed. So I think we're in a great position. I'm loving the energy, the convention style move to online is dope. It's 2 hours, it's condensed, but it's concise. Heavy hitters, man, they get into it. It's authentic. It's emotional. It's pulling us in. We got to take this energy over the next 80 plus days and make it count.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. And I know the Alpha's coming out because you got a Sarah that's on the ticket, man. I know not only just Alpha Phi Beta Sigma, every single member of the Divine Nine is excited. Everybody that went to a HBCU, the fact that she went to Howard, where our fraternity was founded, whatever, and she's on the ticket. I'm really excited about that, man. But just imagine the look that give HBCUs, the fact that she went to one of our beloved institutions. I'm really excited and energized, and more than getting Joe Biden in, just getting Donald Trump out of office, man, because, man, with a pandemic going on and racism going on or whatever. I'm going to switch gears real quick. Coronavirus. How are you handling things in Birmingham compared to the way, some of the other mayors are operating, dealing with this pandemic?
We went first, man. From the beginning of this in March, when it came to Alabama, I listened to the experts. I'm an elected official. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an epidemiologist, so I know my limits. I know what I know, and I don't know everything. And so I took the recommendations. I moved swiftly to shut the city down in early March and got pushback from the state. In May, I moved to a facial cover ordinance, and everybody freaked out, including the Attorney General, and threatening us, but I still moved forward with it because, man, everything through the coronavirus has to be through the lens of saving lives. I'm in a city that's majority black, the fourth blackest city in America with a lot of elderly people. Everything I do, I got to take care of folk and make sure they're okay. And so moving forward to August, we saw our numbers increase when everything opened back up. But I'm happy to say we've recently seen a decrease in the number of people needing beds at UAB, and that people are complying with the facial cover ordinance. So it's kind of like the choir, man. You got to be on repeat. Everybody got to hear the same thing over and over for folks to get it and understand it and accept it. We're not out of this.
And when I tell y'all, everybody all over the country, we love all our mayors, but I have to say, this man go to the Magic City Classic and sit in the audience, he'll sit in the press box for a minute, and go out came out there where my mama was barbecuing at and just walking through the crowd, stopping, taking pictures with everybody, Brett. And we deliver toys. We got up at 3:00 in the morning. Our mayor, Mayor Whippen, was sick with a hair. I'll never forget, you were sick Christmas morning. And you were out there, man, with your Kleenex and your Allegra delivering toys. I'm talking about, we was going to all of the hoods. We had some where people was really, really struggling. Their kids wasn't going to have a Christmas, and we were just out there delivering toys to kids and walking in. Brett, you walk into some of these houses, man, you would come out with tears in your eyes. And we didn't do it. We didn't do it last year because, I thought my kids got mad at me. They're like, Christmas is not the same because we didn't deliver the toys. We just sent people toys. But we're going to be back out there. Mayor Whippen, thank you for every single thing that you have done, not only for the city of Birmingham, for our Morehouse graduate, HBCU, Greek, and just for being who you are. Just make me one promise. I got my karaoke night back going August the 31st at the Stardome. Can you come out and just, if you can't sing, just lip sync Tank? I deserve it because they think that you Tank. Mayor Whippen, we got to take advantage of this. Mayor Whippen,
you can make a new song, Mayor. When we vote, when we vote, when we vote. Lord, to be a blessing. Go to the polls to arrest him.
What he gonna say, Brett?
He said, learn your lesson. Go to the polls, no discretion. Very patient ballot. When we vote, when we vote.
Y'all make sure y'all come out to the Comedy Club Stardome August the 31st. Our own mayor, Mayor Whippen, is going to come out and do 2 songs by Tank, since everybody on the internet say he look like Tank. So y'all give it up and show your love. Birmingham Mayor, love you, bro. You know I love you, right?
Love you too, man. Thanks, Rick. Thanks for your voice, brother.
I'll hit you up later, man. Sir. Mayor Randall Whippen, ladies and gentlemen.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 9 minutes after the top of the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite grandmama is in the building. Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Praise him, yes I do. I love to praise his name. I love to praise him, yes I do. I love to praise his name. I love to praise him, yes I do. I love to praise his name. I'm telling you, I love to praise his holy name.
Amen.
In our church in the Janie, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Here's our church announcements. Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
The pastor announced that the church will be reopened for 10:45 worship service this Sunday. Write that down now. However, for safety, the usher board will be attaching plastic Family Dollar and Dollar Tree bags over the head. Over your head at the door. They got little holes poked in them so you can breathe. So all women, please don't wear your church hat if you plan on sitting in the sanctuary. We'll be putting Dollar Tree bags over your head. Don't want to get the corona. Special prayers for Sister Lydia Reed. You know her, Janie.
Yeah.
Oldest son, Chauncey, he was arrested again. And they say he back on drugs and got caught at the hospital stealing wheels off stretchers in the emergency room. So y'all, I don't know what is it about them wheels and he knows some strong wheels? They roll them people from that 600-pound life show in there on them stretchers. So them wheels, them some good wheels. They got him locked up. Condolences for our associate pastor, Reverend Willie Jackson. You know Reverend Willie Jackson, Janie?
Yeah.
You know, he lost his stepmother. Sister Beulah Turner, he lost her over the weekend. She had been struggling with dementia, arm rashes, severe toe cramps, sickle cell, throat spasms, loud sneezing fits, through the night shorts. But that didn't kill her. She was using the free air machine at Quick Trip. The free air machine outside of Quick Trip, and she didn't know when to stop pumping. And the tire blowed out, and it was so loud she had a heart attack and fell dead. Put too much air in the tire. Keep everybody lifted up in prayer. I'll call you later. Yes, that concludes our church announcement. Y'all have a nice day. All right.
Unfiltered, unapologetic. It's just real talk. Rickey Smiley Unleashed.
Hey, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Man, I haven't done this in a minute, man. I just really want to just sit down and rap to everybody. Is anybody on the morning show that could use this? Anybody out there driving in your cars, that just kind of nice person, man, always trying to help people. If you feel used, you feel mistreated, you feel unloved, you feel unworthy, you're trying to fit in. Only for people to talk about you and disrespect you and disregard you and never celebrate you. I'm going to talk about a little bit of self-care this morning. And God has just given me, and some people might think that some of the stuff that I'm about to say is mean, what's mean is how you feel at the end of the day, and you getting mistreated and getting abused and mentally and emotionally abused by family members and loved ones. You know, people always say blood is thicker than water. Is one of the biggest lies ever been told, because I tell you, you'll find some people, man, around here that's not related to you that can be more of a mother, father, sister, brother figure than you have in your own bloodline. And don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled to think that you got to sit up and go to a family reunion where everybody's messy and people talk about you and say little slick stuff to you and mistreat you or whatever. You better get into some self-care and start thinking about yourself. It's not selfish to think about yourself, especially when it's not working out with you being nice and helpful and kind to other people. Go and get around somebody that really gonna appreciate you and love on you and celebrate you. And you know, it's crazy. I posted something on Facebook the other day. It said, don't let that life too short mess make you reconnect with toxic people. They knew life was too short when they did what they did. See, I'm just one of those type of people, man. I just don't have to be in your life. I don't care if you're related to me or not, or whatever. You know, if we don't have good chemistry, we don't have a good connection, or whatever, we don't get along. When I tell you my morning show, when I tell you I can go to Eva house and probably lay on the floor and watch TV and play with Marley, because I'm going over there one day soon, and cook a meal and just be with her and Mike and Marley. And when I tell you I just get a joy out of being around Brett and Rock T and Gary, I know I always have a place to go. And Special K, my morning show is my family. You know, my high school classmates is my family. And about 5 of my frat brothers, man, I promise I'll give a kidney for. You know, and you find people, man, that just love you, man, and we ignore people that's trying to love on us, man. That one lady at your job that sit there and just email you and send you Bible scriptures and uplifting and encouraging words, and we take people like that for granted, trying to chase a messy auntie that just really ain't no good and needs some therapy for herself, and you just messed up and caught up in this generational family curse. You just don't have to be there. You don't have to go to the wedding. You don't have to go to the family reunion. If that person mistreated you and they die, you don't have to go to the funeral. You can send a flower. Now they got it where you can sign the books online and stuff and send a flower and ruin your Saturday. You got a family member that mistreated you the whole while, and then they get sick and get on their deathbed. They dying. They want to make good. That's okay if that's what you choose to do. Man, the hell with that. 30 years of being messy and negative and mean and abuse and mistreatment, and then you get on your deathbed, you want to apologize to everybody and stuff. Well, you can accept the apology just where you can get some closure and move on, but you ain't got to sit up there and waste your Saturday. I promise you, I'm taking me and my kids to Six Flags. I'm not sitting up in that church. I'm not going to that repast and eat that dried macaroni and cheese that you have to cut out with a knife like it's a brownie. I'm just telling. I meant what I said. And Kim, Brett, y'all laughing. I promise to God, I let me tell you how petty I am. First of all, I clap back. I don't play with my family members. I don't let people do the little OCD jokes. Oh, he's OCD. They don't even know what the definition is. Who are you to diagnose anyone? The chair was at the table when you sat down. Why didn't you put the chair back at the table and clean up your mess when you got through eating? Me, OCD? No, you nasty and trifling and don't have no home training. Who are you to diagnose somebody? Oh, he's mean, he's bipolar, and all of this kind of stuff. They try to diagnose you when you don't do what they want you to do when they want you to do it. Master manipulators in the family. Master manipulators in the friends. People try to control the narrative and control what everybody think about you, and then once the other people experience, then they find out for themselves. Separate yourself and make yourself happy. Go and sit up under somebody that really, really, really love you. You know, I'll never forget when my granddaddy died, and I looked on FaceTime. Somebody hit me up on FaceTime, and Brett standing up on my porch with a big family-sized bag of Popeye's chicken. I know that ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about. I just wanted to say that. And Eva, man, just blessed my whole life with that oxtail and butter beans recipe. Now, nobody gonna give up their best recipe. I never thought to put butter beans with oxtails. I should have used northern beans because butter beans too damn big for my taste. I didn't like them anyway, but I just put them in there because she said put them in there or whatever and put them to the side. But they did taste good because that gravy and the flavor and the butter beans. But that also has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I just want you
OCD, no ADD.
Right.
Have you taken your medicine today, Captain?
Get back on track.
Okay, come on back. Reel it in.
And that's what real family do. Get your ass back on track when you have an ADHD moment. That I do have. But I want to tell you, man, self-care. I want you to be motivated, encouraged. Go and find your frat brother, your sister, somebody at your job that want to be in your life and want to love you and want to be a mother to you because you don't have one. Want to be a father to you because you don't have one. Do that right there and get around some people, man, and do some self-care. That's all I have to say. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
This is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Unfiltered, unapologetic, it's just real talk. Rickey Smiley Unleashed.
Hey, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Man, I haven't done this in a minute, man. I just really want to just sit down and rap to everybody. Is anybody on the morning show that could use this? Anybody out there driving in your cars? You know, they're just kind of nice person, man, always trying to help people. You feel used, you feel mistreated, you feel unloved, you feel unworthy, you're trying to fit in. Only for people to talk about you and disrespect you and disregard you and never celebrate you. I'm gonna talk about a little bit of self-care this morning. And I have really, God has just really just given me, and some people might think that some of the stuff that I'm about to say is mean. What's mean is how you feel at the end of the day, and you getting mistreated and getting abused and mentally and emotionally abused by family members and loved ones. You know, people always say blood is thicker than water. Is one of the biggest lies ever been told, because I tell you, you'll find some people, man, around here that's not related to you that can be more of a mother, father, sister, brother figure than you have in your own bloodline. And don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled to think that you got to sit up and go to a family reunion where everybody's messy and people talk about you and say little slick stuff to you and mistreat you or whatever. You better get into some self-care and start thinking about yourself. It's not selfish to think about yourself, especially when it's not working out with you being nice and helpful and kind to other people. Go and get around somebody that really gonna appreciate you and love on you and celebrate you. And you know, it's crazy. I posted something on Facebook the other day. It said, don't let that life too short mess make you reconnect with toxic people. They knew life was too short when they did what they did. See, I'm just one of those type of people, man. I just don't have to be in your life. I don't care if you're related to me or not, or whatever. You know, if we don't have good chemistry, we don't have a good connection, or whatever, we don't get along. When I tell you my morning show, when I tell you I can go to Eva's house and probably lay on the floor and watch TV and play with Marley, because I'm going over there one day soon, and cook a meal and just be with her and Mike and Marley. And when I tell you I just get a joy out of being around Brett and Rock T and Gary. I know I always have a place to go. And Special K, my morning show is my family. You know, my high school classmates is my family. And about 5 of my frat brothers, man, I promise I'll give a kidney for. You know, and you find people, man, that just love you, man, and we ignore people that's trying to love on us, man. That one lady at your job that sit there and just email you and send you Bible scriptures and uplifting and encouraging words, and we take people like that for granted, trying to chase a messy auntie that just really ain't no good and needs some therapy for herself, and you just messed up and caught up in this generational family curse. You just don't have to be there. You don't have to go to the wedding. You don't have to go to the family reunion. If that person mistreated you and they die, you don't have to go to the funeral. You can send a flower. Now they got it where you can sign the books online and stuff and send a flower and ruin your Saturday. You got a family member that mistreated you the whole while, and then they get sick and get on their deathbed. They dying. They want to make make good. That's okay if that's what you choose to do. Man, the hell with that 30 years of being messy and negative and mean and abuse and mistreatment, and then you get on your deathbed, you want to apologize to everybody and stuff. Well, you can accept the apology just where you can get some closure and move on, but you ain't got to sit up there and waste your Saturday. I promise you, I'm taking me and my kids to Six Flags. I'm not sitting up in that church. I'm not going to that repast and eat that dried macaroni and cheese that you have to cut out with a knife like it's a brownie. I'm just telling. I meant what I said. And Kim, Brett, y'all laughing. I promise to God, I let me tell you how petty I am. First of all, I clap back. I don't play with my family members. I don't let people do the little OCD jokes. Oh, he's OCD. OCD. They don't even know what the definition is. Who are you to diagnose anyone? The chair was at the table when you sat down. Why didn't you put the chair back at the table and clean up your mess when you got through eating? Me, OCD? No, you nasty and trifling and don't have no home training. Who are you to diagnose somebody? Oh, he's mean, he's bipolar, and all of this kind of stuff. They try to diagnose you when you don't do what they want you to do when they want you to do it. Master manipulators in the family. Master manipulators in the friends. People try to control the narrative and control what everybody think about you, and then once the other people experience, then they find out for themselves. Separate yourself and make yourself happy. Go and sit up under somebody that really, really, really love you. I'll never forget when my granddaddy died, and I looked on FaceTime. Somebody hit me up on FaceTime, and Brett standing up on my porch with a big family-sized bag of Popeye's chicken. I know that ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about. I just wanted to say that. And evil man just blessed my whole life with that oxtail and butter beans recipe. Nobody gonna give up their best recipe. I never thought to put butter beans with oxtails. I should have used northern beans because butter beans too damn big for my taste. I didn't like them anyway, but I just put them in there because she said put them in there or whatever and put them to the side. But they did taste good because that gravy and the flavor and the butter beans. But that also has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
You OCD, no ADD. Right. Have you taken your medicine today, Captain?
Get back on track.
Okay, come on back. Reel it in.
And that's what real family do. Get your ass back on track when you have an ADHD moment. That I do have. But I want to tell you, man, self-care. I want you to be motivated, encouraged. Go and find your frat brother, your sister, somebody at your job that want to be in your life and want to love you and want to be a mother to you because you don't have one. Want to be a father to you because you don't have one. Do that right there and get around some people, man, and do some self-care. That's all I have to say. Rick Smiley Morning Show.
This is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get it.
Right there. That's the best part of that song.
Boy, that song gonna be in your head all day.
And this week, it's the hip-hop edition.
And it goes a little something like this.
All right, y'all, Rick Smiley Morning Show. Hey, Rock teasing for sheezy, my kneesy.
My knees.
Right, T, I got one for you right here, man. When the last time you heard this right here, man? That Houdini, One Love.
Oh, One Love. Come on, baby.
Brett.
Hey.
Come on. Hey.
Had just one.
Yes, sir. Woo. Shout out to everybody that still got the haircut and the mushroom. Yeah. What's up with it?
Top fade.
Yeah. Hey. Top of the hour, y'all. Rock teaser, do anybody remember the dance routine of that Houdini did on that video when they said the leg go out? One love, one love. Anybody remember the dance routine of that?
Man, I used to do the Smurf to this song right here.
Smurf.
Like the Smurf dance. You remember the Smurf dance?
Yeah, that was from side to side. How you did that?
Man, y'all got to go back and watch the video, man. Houdini, man, had some of the best. So what did they have, Brad? They had One Love. They had
Come Out at Night.
Oh yeah, that was mine.
Oh yeah, the freak.
Come up.
Friends. How many of us have them? Friends. And then big mouth, big mouth.
Sir.
Big mouth. And don't forget 5 minutes of funk.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was the one right there.
That was the one.
And back then, everybody named their son Jaleel.
Yeah.
That's if you want to know where all the Jaleels came from, that was when Houdini was hot, and every woman named their son Jaleel.
And say what you want to say, but I'm a hoe was a jam.
Hey, I'm a hoe. You know I'm a hoe. I rock 15 chicks at the Sunday show. Hey,
They made all those songs. I remember.
And he put that leather shirt with no nothing on underneath it on the map too.
Okay, and the hat.
And the hat and them leather pants,
and
boy.
the goatee. Lord.
Everybody started wearing leather pants
looking like that.
Right. Remember the leather pants though, Brad?
Yeah.
And what happened when Rick, what happened when you pooed in them leather pants?
Man, you got on some tight leather pants, man. You pooed and get a bubble and have to push it down. And then you push it all the way down to the bottom. As soon as you get to the cuff. All right, y'all, boy, Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines,
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 25 minutes after the hour. Y'all front page is being brought to you by
Urban One. No election or issue is too small if it impacts our community. Don't sit on the sidelines this year. Be empowered and get involved. Log on to newsone.com/vote and register to vote. Hey, I'm your girl Eva Marcille giving you a look at your front page news. So last night was the second night of the Democratic National Convention hosted by Tracy Ellis Ross, and Joe Biden formally became the nominee for president. Speakers included former President Bill Clinton, Colin Powell, and Senator John Kerry and wife Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, that is. Tonight's speakers include Hillary Clinton, Elizabeth Warren, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris, and will be hosted by the one and only Kerry Washington. In other news, the Postmaster General says that he will not make any more operational changes to the Postal Service until after November elections. So recent changes included eliminating overtime for mail carriers, reducing post office hours, and removing postal boxes. The announcement came after more than 20 states filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration for attempting to undermine mail-in voting. Now, in other corruption news, the Senate Intelligence Committee has released its bipartisan report on how Russia interfered with the 2016 presidential election. This final report shows that the Trump campaign welcomed Russia's help before, during, and after the campaign. And after getting rid of the Confederate battle emblem, Mississippi has now narrowed down 5 designs for its new state flag. And almost all of them includes the state's magnolia tree flower. Residents will be able to vote on the new flag in November. And other good news, Payless Shoes are making a comeback. That's right. After filing bankruptcy and shutting down almost 2,100 stores, Payless plans to revamp and open 100 stores over the next few years. The first new store will be opening in Miami this November. All right, that was a quick look at your headline
Eva,
news.
I know you're excited about that.
You know I'm cheap and frugal. I'm about to go get Marley 17 pair of shoes for $22.
I'll be up in there. You know, I'm just not going to sit up and pay all that money for kids' shoes and they grow right out of them. I go right on down to Payless and Walmart, and they love them little Ninja Turtle and that little car. What's the little car thing they like now? Those shoes
It's like Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol, you buy all them little shoes, like 3 pair for $15 or something like that. Man, them little kids be happy. They don't care about no Nike. Me dressing them for you. But I get him, get doggone Grayson what he like, man.
Exactly. My kids dress like kids, Ricky.
Doggone shoes can have Donald Trump on there as long as they light up. Make America great again shoes. They light up, though. He going to wear them damn shoes.
Rock T, what is happening in sports?
Donald Trump shoes going to be coming one color, orange.
Right.
NBA playoffs round 1. Action is going down, man. Why do they call me the sports genius? I'm about to tell y'all, because I keep telling y'all that pay attention to the Portland Trail Blazers. They could upset the Lakers. They won game 1 last night. Dame Lillard and the Trail Blazers going to be a problem. Even though they barely snuck in the playoffs, they're the hottest team. So pay attention to that series right there. Also, don't sleep on the Dallas Mavericks. That's all I'm going to say about that. In the meantime, the convicted murderer of Michael Jordan's dad back in 1993, Larry Demery, was granted parole and will be released from prison in 2023.
How many years?
How
many years has that been? He been in there?
Since 93, pretty much. So, 20 years?
2000. Oh, wow.
That's more than 20.
Was that 30 years? No, it'd be 30 years by the time 2023.
Oh, wow. He did some
In
real
3
time.
years. Yeah, man. So
I wonder if he
Mike probably
regretted. I wonder if he apologized.
I don't think if he did, it hadn't been public yet.
Wow.
So there you have it, man. So that's all I got in sports right now. Brad Tickety Tag got the hot spot. Let's go.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
Hey, 29 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by Simple Mobile. That's right. You get the no contract advantage with no mystery fees, no activation fees, and no contract ever. Simple Mobile, out with the all, in with the simple. Terms and conditions at simplemobile.com. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Congratulations to Tyler Perry, because the Television Academy will honor him and his charity, the Perry Foundation, with the 2020 Governor's Award. The award honors an individual or organization whose work is so exceptional, it goes beyond the scope of a typical Emmy Award. He said, I'm grateful and humbled by this recognition from the Television Academy. I've always prided myself on the work we do at the studio, our diverse representation of people from all walks of life, and the community we've built. My hope is that through moments like this, we can remind others of the power of ownership and show them that when the world doesn't offer you a seat at the table, you can build your own.
Damn
right. Okay.
Damn right.
Kudos to you. Yes, congratulations. And y'all, moving on, Ellen DeGeneres calls the no contact rule insane as ugly tweets had surfaced during an emotional Zoom call. Ellen was talking to her staffers, and they addressed several issues about the toxic work environment that she reportedly oversaw. So according to insiders, the host said that she had no clue where that unspoken rule dictating that no staffer could look her in the eye came from. She said, I don't know where it started. Please talk to me. Look me in the eye, describing the rumor as insane. She said it's crazy and it's just not true, and I don't know how it started. It is not who I am. I wish they would leave Ellen alone.
Yeah, I didn't believe any of that stuff.
Me either.
You know,
she's too nice.
When somebody get disgruntled and they get fired or whatever, and then, you know, next thing you know, they got a platform or whatever. Some people do get mistreated on the job, but it just be some people that just
just be bitter. You know?
Yeah, but there was a lot of bitter people in her, and 3
That's
managers
what I was going to say.
So no, but she did something wrong.
The problem is that the investigation has been going on for so long, and it's not just a person; it's so many people.
But so many people probably work for her, and people mess up and they lose their jobs, and
But
they
why
always
it's so hard
feel
to
like
believe that maybe she just mean?
Right. Because she just not mean. She just don't come across like that at all.
We all put a public face on, though, Brad. We all put a public face on, and I smile at everybody. But
you do, but yours come through when you got an attitude. When you ain't take your medicine, the public face is gone for you, bro. Okay,
yeah, some people probably came across Eminem and thought it was Ellen, you know.
Oh, my God. All right, y'all. Moving on, last but not least, Barack Obama has shared his annual summer playlist. He said, over the past few months, I spent a lot of time listening to music with my family, and I wanted to share some of my favorites, including songs from artists at this week's DIM convention. Hope you enjoy it. He said it's John Legend, Jennifer Hudson, Common, Leon Bridges, Billie Eilish, Drake, Summer Walker, Tiana Taylor, and Meg Thee Stallion's Savage remix featuring Beyonce.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's just the coolest president ever. Oh my God. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go on and wrap that thing up. Ricky, you good?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. That was beautiful.
Have you been listening to WAP?
No, I hadn't had a chance. I've been listening to L-WAP, Little Women. Okay.
Well, Eva, what did Kiki say the other day? What she called it? Wop baba loo bop or wop bamboo? All right, y'all, that's gonna wrap up the hot spot. Coming up next, we got Chef Jannard with them quarantine cuisines, and we got the praise mix down with the White Stone. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show. You know what it is.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. It's time for quarantine cooking with Chef Jannard. What up, man?
What's good, man? It's Slide Through Wednesday. I'm sliding through on here with your guys, man. I got something amazing for you.
Man, I'm about as hungry as that lady on my 600-pound life.
And look, I'm gonna feed you the same way, but I got those. Man, got some cheeseburger sliders for you. You know, if you're looking, you don't want to eat that big burger.
What she be saying, Rock? What she be saying, Rock?
I just can't stop eating.
It just keep calling me. It just keep calling me. Yeah, man. I'm showing them how to hook up some cool cheeseburger sliders. Meaning, you know, this is something you can make during the middle of the day for the family or just for yourself. Eat one of these bad boys. Put it on one of those. Ricky, I don't know if you like those little mini Hawaiian yeast rolls.
Yeah.
But they got some.
Yes.
Man, those are great. They got some though that are honey wheat. They have 7 whole grains in it, so you get some healthiness with it. But take those, make them look patties. But then you take those onions, saute them in the bottom of that skillet first, so that flavor lock in. Lay them patties right on top of it, bro.
Like they do at Crystals.
Exactly, like they do at Crystal, like they do at White Castle, depending on where you're from.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That sounds good. You make any sauce with it?
Look, what I do is we add the mustard and pickles to it. Then I add the cheddar cheese over it, and then I put a top over it. Pop it in the oven for 5 minutes and let that cheese melt all over it. So when you pull it, it's looking like a pizza, but it's a burger.
Damn, homemade Crystals. Homemade Crystal burger. Look what the hell you get your ass out this. Oh, you just sit your ass up. You can set your ass in the drive-thru and watch that dude back there cook them Crystal burgers, and then you just called up here with that little recipe.
That sounds good.
But guess, hey, chef, guess what? Guess who's gonna try it though? This guy.
Who?
Me.
Trying to tell you, I already know it. That's why I say slide through Wednesday. We got them sliders there. We slide through on to the end of the week.
There it is, man. How can you be reached?
Man, look, they need to go get the exclusive video of Rickey Smiley's official page there right after that. Slide on over to Chef Janard's page. Then when you finish with that, you slide over to Eva's page, you slide over to Brad's page, Gary with the T, the whole team. Just keep on sliding until they slide right on back around to you, Ricky.
Y'all give it up and show your love to Chef Janard, y'all.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.